Alright, welcome back. Just a quick little installation video. Got everything laid out. I did get some shorter screws. I'll show you where I'm going to put those in a minute. I don't know if it's recommended or not. I haven't figured out which battery trays and stuff I'm going to use yet. But it looks like a pretty simple install. I don't know if I'm going to use this provided skid plate, but we're going to put it together first. First screw I'm going to put in is down here on the, will be this screw, the smallest screw. Most of your skid plates, if you order them from somewhere else, will come with a screw. I'm going to leave everything a little bit loose until we get it all put together. We'll just do one side at a time. I'll just tighten it up. I can always loosen things up. I'm just doing one side at a time. Everything I do on this side is just going to be reversed for the other side. And the reason I'm putting this screw in first is because after you put the slider on, it's kind of hard to get to that screw and probably to this screw too. So if you want to, you can go ahead and put that in as well. On these, you'll have two screws that are really long. They do not go on this part. It's one of the longer screws, but it will stick out a little bit. If you have extra screws, you can always change those out later on for something else. So put these two screws in your skid plate first. Then you'll have your front plate, which is this plate right here. And I have some, it came with screws, but I have a couple of shorter screws that I'm going to put in just because I don't want them to stick out. I mean, they still, golly, they still stick out just a little bit, but not very far. There's a couple of other screws, and they have a little spacer on them, so that's going to go in this front hole. Of course, you'll have a shock. This is your shock mounting, where you're going to mount your shocks on this. So, and there's going to have one for the back as well. Again, a little shorter. This one was one of the ones provided with the kit. And all the screws that come with the kit will work fine. And make sure your magnet mount is facing the skid plate. Again, you have a shock spacer for the back, or a spacer for the back shock as well. Probably tightening these down too much right now. So a shorter screw here, your spacer on the back, spacer on the front, short screw here, short screw here, kind of a longer screw here, but your longest screw is going to go down here. I wish, the only thing that I can see, and it's just with this skid plate that's on it, is there's a gap, and I might end up putting a couple little spacers in here as well. I'm not real sure yet on that. But your longest screws that you have are going to go in this bottom part down here. And then the only other two screws you'll have left are these two for this for the slider, and they'll get another long screw. Not the longest screw. Remember, the longest screw goes in this bottom hole underneath here. But that's it. You just, all your screws, and then just do the same thing on the other side. Short screw in this top hole first, because once you get your skid plate on, it's very hard to get to this screw. Skid plate. But it's a really easy chassis to put together. Then another shorter screw, of course, on this front mount. I say that, and then I can't do it. You will have a little bit of a screw sticking out here, which I don't think it'll interfere with anything, and also on the back side as well. And again, when you're putting your slider, I guess they're sliders, they really only go on one way. The little notch goes towards the back. Like I said, I don't know if this is the skid plate I'm going to leave on here. I still got to figure out which shocks I'm going to use. I don't know how I'm going to build this thing out. But it's a really cool chassis, really easy to put together. I'm going to go ahead and tighten everything down. I said I wasn't going to, but I am. You have a couple extra shock mounting locations here, and I guess in theory you could always swap bolts around. I don't think I'd want a shock back here. Your angle's going to be a little weird back in this area. But you have an extra shock mounting spot here, but that's going to be kind of up high. Kind of set it back a little further. But you have a couple of different options with shock mounting positions on this chassis, so that's a good thing. But that's it put together. It looks super cool. I can't wait to get this on a build. I already have one of these built. It's the V2, and not everything lines up, but that's okay. So they had to make adjustments when making this chassis, but super cool chassis. I got to cut a body and figure out what body that I'm going to use on this. But that's it as far as building the V2 from RNDRC chassis. Hopefully we can get this build started and finished out, and we'll see how the V2 performs on the course. In the meantime, everybody stay safe and have a great day.